Hello, citizens of YouTubers. This is a video from the book of Revelation. It's on the seals of Revelation. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time. I haven't been able to do this, and just feel now is the time. I kind of got in an argument, and I feel like reading some of the scriptures. Kind of what I do sometimes in my free time. So here we go. The seals. This is from Revelation 6. I watched as the Lamb opened the first of 7 seals. Then I heard one of 4 living creatures saying in a voice like thunder, "Come!" I looked up, and there before me was a white horse. Its rider held a bow, and he was given a crown. And he rode out as conqueror bent on conquest. Now, I've heard a lot of this on YouTube, and I totally agree with this. To me, I think this was 9/11. It was kind of a wake-up call to America and the world to kind of get their act together. And it's currently like what's going on with this war, that we have right now going on in the Middle East, all this conflict and stuff. But, that was, I think, the horse from Israel. I watched this one guy, Richard Perry, he's on here sometimes, whatever his name is. He had a book about this, but he talked about how Israel, the horse goes towards the west, and then the west conquers, and that's what I believe this is. Here's the next one. When the Lamb opened the second seal, I heard the second living creature say, "Come." Then another horse came out, a fiery red one. This is the one I believe that's coming next. Its rider was given power to take peace from the earth and to make men slay each other. To him was given a large sword, like sword meaning like possibly a weapon. That's what a lot of people say, sword, because back in the biblical days, that's how they wrote stuff. So there's been a lot of this stuff recently, like about the Philadelphia Code and stuff, and how we can prevent it. There's really no way to prevent it or to judge something from a code, but you can kind of like you basically got to put all your faith and all your trust in the book of God here, and that's about all you can do when it comes to this. That by the way, the fiery red horse, a lot of people believe that horse is sent from the east on to the west, and it deals with mystery Babylon. So, but this is just speculation, remember, this is the book of God, so this is what you really have to go by. So, here's the next one. When the Lamb opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, "Come." And I looked, and there before me was a black horse. Its rider was holding a pair of scales in his hand. Then I heard what sounded like a voice among the 4 living creatures say, "A quart of wheat for a day's wage, and 3 quarts of barley for a day's wages, and do not damage the oil and the wine." Of course, the wine, being from like the north, this horse is supposed to supposedly be from like the north, and brings all kinds of devastation and like the daily wages and destruction. I've heard a lot about, and basically what a lot of this, you can kind of see what's going on in our world today. I mean, you have the price of gas, it's almost equal to the minimum wage practically, like half of it, it's supposed to be $4 by the summer, and the price of food keeps going up, juice, ethanol, milk, I believe that's all tied in with Revelation 6:5 there, where it says there about the black horse. Here's the next part from the book of Revelation. This is Revelation 6 verse 7. When the Lamb opened the 4th seal, I heard the voice of the 4 living creatures say, "Come." I looked, and there before me was a pale horse. Its rider was named Death and Hades, like famine and disease and stuff was following close behind him. They were given power over 1/4 of the earth to kill by sword, famine, and plague, and by the wild beast of the earth. Basically, this is like diseases out of the film. I mean, you got so many diseases now. You got the bird flu, you have the Ebola virus, you have AIDS and stuff, and I've read a lot of things, and some of these conspiracy theories, I find that they're right on and accurate with exactly what they talk about, because a lot of this stuff could have been generated, and it's all about control, evil men, 6 being the number of man, and 666, the number of the beast, and you must reject that at all costs. It's kind of tied in with that, but I'll get onto that more later when I get further into the book of Revelation. You really got to study it to understand, to know what's going on in the world. So I agree with a lot of those experts, so some of them on the NWO and stuff. I mean, it's clearly coming, you have the UN and the US, and the US dollar has been falling recently, our dollar, and all these people try to say buy gold, but you just got to put your faith in God, because at the end of the day, your gold means nothing. I mean, if there was a war or something, you were left behind, I mean, your gold would mean nothing. I mean, they would probably imprison you or something, just like the days, of Jesus, with the old the old Rome, look how they treated Apostle John and stuff, and all those people, they used to beat people and slave them and stuff. So, I mean, it's no different right now in the times we're living in. Here's the fifth seal anyway. When he opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of those who had been slain because of the word of God. See, I'm getting in this here in the testimony. They had maintained. They called out in a loud voice, "How long, sovereign Lord, holy and true, until you judge the inhabitants of the earth and avenge our blood," the blood of this being the blood of the saints. Then each of them was given a white robe, and they were told to wait a little longer. They had to be patient until the number of their fellow servants and brothers who were to be killed as they had been was completed. Sixth seal. I watched as he opened the sixth seal. There was a great earthquake. The sun turned black like sackcloth made of goat hair, and the moon turned blood red, and the stars in the sky fell to earth as late fig drops from a fig tree when shaken by a strong wind. The sky receded like a scroll rolling up, and every mountain and island was removed from its place. To me, that either sounds like some kind of war, a comet, it sounds like basically the hand of God, I'm just speculating again, removing all this stuff, but, there already has been a lot of miracles over the last few years if you look at it. When the Red Sox a few years ago, I know I'm not trying to be too stupid here, but I sound stupid, but when the Red Sox won 4 in a row against the Yankees, which I think was kind of fixed in the ALCS in 04, and then they won the World Series against St. Louis, it was a 4-game sweep for the first time since 86 years. And ironically, that night there was an eclipse, but actually last February 20th, this past February, there was a great sign from heaven. The moon all of a sudden turned dark, like red, and it's almost like, miracles are being performed in heaven. And then shortly after that, you had the Spitzer scandal. I mean, people in the media, Fox News, CNN, glorifying prostitution. So, I think some of these are all signs from heaven as to what is to come in the future days. So anyway, Revelation 6:15, verse 15, this is the final recap of the seals here, 15 and 16. Then the kings of the earth, the princes, the generals, the rich, the mighty, and every slave and every free man hid in caves and among the rocks of the mountains. Now, then once again, this will happen, I believe, for the people who are left behind. This is talking more about some of this stuff in the part of this revelation with the horses and stuff. The true believers and the saints, I believe, who are saved, I believe in a pre-tribulation rapture. Some people don't. But I've always kind of been 50-50, but I tend to lean more towards the pre-revelation theory myself. Because, God, take us from the hour of temptation, whatever verse that is. I'll get back to that again when I make more videos. But to keep us from, the hour of judgment that's coming up on the earth. But basically, that's what that is. That's the people who are supposed to be left behind. Some of them will hide, the ones who survive this great second half of the tribulation. Anyway, Revelation 6, verse 16. They call to the mountains, and the rocks fall out on us, and hide us from the face of him who sits on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of the wrath has come, and who can stand? Now the 144,000 sealed. I got to read this quickly. This deals with the Jews, actually, in Israel. These are the people who are left behind, I believe. I've heard this before. Who don't take the mark of the beast, but they're the servants who are going to be sealed. They're written in the book of the Lamb, basically, after the revelation has been confirmed. But after this, I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds of the earth to prevent any wind from blowing on the land, or on the sea, or any tree. Then I saw another angel coming from the east, having the seal of the living God. He called out in a loud voice to the 4 angels who had been given power to harm the land and the sea. Do not harm the land or the sea or the trees until we put a seal on the foreheads of the servants of our God. See, they're in the book of Lamb here. Then I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144 from all tribes of Israel. Remember, these are the tribes. I said they come from Israel, but they are the tribes. The tribe of Judah, 12,000 were sealed. From the tribe of Reuben, 12,000. From the tribe of Gad, Gad, 12,000 from the tribe of Asher, 12,000 from the tribe of Naphtali, 12,000 from the tribe of 12,000 from the tribe of Joseph, 12,000 Zebulun, 12,000 Issachar, 12,000 Levi, 12,000 Benjamin, 12,000 and Simon, 12,000, and on and on. Anyway, though, those are the seals. I hope you enjoyed this video. I try to educate to the best. Thank you. Bye.